welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Hope you all had a nice weekend.
Everybody dug out from the big snowstorm yesterday.
Snow.
It was a lot of snow, but it's melting so fast today.
The sun.
Yeah, the sunshine is nice.
My car never left the garage yesterday.
Oh, you lucky duck.
Took the dogs for a walk. That was about it.
There's nothing better than a Sunday snow.
Yes.
That's true.
Dr. Zorba Pastor will be along coming up later in this hour to take your medical questions, so start thinking up some questions. But first, here's what's making news on this Monday. The Janesville Police Department says 2 women found with gunshot wounds on the side of the road have died. We'll share what we know ahead of a press conference.
Also today, local wedding vendors are banding together and they're trying to help out couples after a local venue shut its doors.
And the Democratic candidates for president making their final push in New Hampshire, to New Hampshire voters, that is, ahead of tomorrow's primary.
Let's take a look outside today. It was nice and sunny and mild, melting fast, but a perfect day to get out and hit the hills.
Absolutely.
And get out the cross-country skis.
Feels like February, the weather words. Dana Fulton is in the backyard. Some cooler temperatures coming our way.
Yeah, right now it certainly does feel like winter. We're right at about 30 degrees with plenty of snow on the ground. Around Partyville, 9 inches of snow. Just under 9 inches in Lake Delton. Madison at 6 inches officially coming down for our Sunday. Now we just have sunshine. Today and this evening, pretty pleasant. The snow depth is highest areas north and west of Madison. We did see lesser amounts areas southeast. But we do have a little more snow coming on in before we wrap up the work week. Here's a live look right now. Plan on a very calm evening, a calm Tuesday. The snow will be creeping back in before we wrap up the week. We'll look at what is ahead with that snow event in just a few minutes and some colder temperatures as well. Right now along the roads, no accidents to report. Things look fairly smooth. A lot of the major roads cleaned up in a good spot right now, but some residential areas still a little slick, and of course some parking lots slick in spots. So keep that in mind if you are heading on out anywhere this evening. And may want to go still just a little slower. The eastbound side of the Beltline slowing down from Park Street to John Nolan around Janesville. No complaints right now. Things going pretty smooth on the interstate from Janesville to the Beltline. 24 minutes, 17 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and some Parade to downtown about 15 minutes this evening. You'll definitely need the shades for the drive home. We're still very, very sunny.
And those are some impressive snow totals.
Yeah, a lot coming on through. A daily record for us yesterday in Madison. A little bit more will be creeping on in.
And now a day to enjoy it. Good stuff. All right, Dana, thank you so much.
The Janesville Police Department is investigating the deaths of 2 women who were found with gunshot wounds this morning.
Madeline O'Neill is live in Janesville tonight, and she joins us with what we know. Maddie?
Susan and Mark, we're here in the Midvale and Deerfield Drive area. I can see the interstate from here. We've got a number of gas stations, apartments, hotels. This is where the 2 women were found injured at about 3 this morning. Officials say one was bleeding from the head, unconscious. The other was unresponsive, bleeding as well. They say it appeared one had been stabbed in the back. They also say 4 shell casings were found in the area. According to a news release, the 2 women were taken to the hospital where they later died. The victims' names aren't being released until the family is notified, and anyone with information is asked to call Rock County Communications or Crime Stoppers. Police are holding a press conference at the Janesville Police Department in about an hour with more information. We'll have a live update at 5, and we'll keep you updated on channel3000.com as well.
We'll see you then. Madeline O'Neill reporting live in Janesville. Thank you.
The Dane County Medical Examiner has identified the victim of a Saturday homicide in Madison. The victim is 22-year-old Aaron X. Johnson. Police say he was found inside a home on the 100 block of North Blair Street Saturday afternoon. Officers say they were dispatched for a report of a person shot. The investigation is ongoing.
Police near Plainfield are investigating after a kindergarten student was killed by a vehicle this morning while waiting for a school bus. Investigators say several students were waiting to board the bus around 7:15 this morning on Highway 73 when the crash happened. The vehicle involved in the crash was traveling in the same direction of the stopped bus. The bus also had its lights on. The victim was a 6-year-old girl. A member of her family was also injured and taken to the hospital.
Authorities in central Wisconsin say a person is dead after an early morning house fire. A body was found inside the home this morning in Clintonville, Wisconsin. There was a language barrier between the caller and the dispatcher that made it difficult to get to the location. The Wisconsin State fire marshal is helping the investigation.
Wisconsin farmers received more than $432 million in federal aid amid farm closures last year. However, a new report says some of the payments did little to fix the damage caused by tariffs placed on dairy and agricultural products. The federal government offered farmers across the country financial assistance through the Market Facilitation Program. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says program applicants received the aid between September of 2018 and November of last year. Those payments range from more than $850,000 to as little as $2. Well, hundreds of engaged couples across the country are realizing they need to find new wedding venues.
32 Noah's event venues have closed abruptly, including the one in Madison. Our Amanda Quintana is here with more on how local vendors are stepping up to help. Amanda?
Yeah, so this is a really terrible and stressful situation for all of those couples who had this venue booked. A bankruptcy court ordered Noah's to cease operation immediately, so many of those couples are likely out of the money that they've already paid. And according to their website, about $5,900 to book that venue, and that's not including food or decorations or anything else. Many in Madison's wedding industry just could not let those couples deal with this on their own. Done by Storm Wedding Planning, and it's offering to help for free.
But we know how to handle this kind of thing, and we know how to do the relocation. So we have myself and all of our other planners in Done by Storm that are helping any couples that were booked with Noah's, any dates, whether you were a couple weeks, a couple months, or even into next year. We're helping with those services to get you into a new venue and still have you have your wedding.
Done by Storm is one of at least 30 local vendors offering to help using their network of DJs, photographers, caterers, anyone they know who can help find a new venue. As for Noah's, in a letter to clients today, they said Noah's will not be managing the event spaces anymore. Some building owners are looking for new operators, but they're hopeful that other venues will step up and help these couples.
All right, good for them. Amanda, thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. The gunman accused of making 2 assassination attempts on New York City police officers is in court today. NYPD Lieutenant Jose Gautreaux got out of his wheelchair to a rousing ovation from his fellow officers as he walked out of a Bronx hospital. The officer was shot yesterday during a wild shootout inside a police station. This surveillance video shows the gunman, Robert Williams, walking into the 41st precinct and starting to shoot as startled officers scrambled for cover. The 45-year-old suspect shot the lieutenant in the arm before running out of bullets and then sliding his gun across the floor.
This is a really good day, and again, we were very lucky.
Police say Williams is also responsible for an attack Saturday night. He allegedly approached 2 officers in a police van, asked for directions, and then opened fire. One of the officers was struck in the neck. The bullet narrowly missed a vital artery. He was released from the hospital yesterday.
Thailand continues to mourn after the country's worst mass shooting in history. A gunman opened fire at a shopping mall over the weekend, killing 29 people and injuring dozens more. Authorities identified the shooter as a Thai sergeant major. The soldier gunned down his commanding officer at a military base before driving to the mall, armed with an assault rifle and combat gear. People are struggling to make sense of the gun violence, which is rare in Thailand.
The whole family, the parents and the little girl, so it's just innocent life.
The country remains in a state of mourning with vigils and funerals planned in the coming days.
In less than 9 hours, the first in the nation primary will kick off in New Hampshire. Democratic candidates are crisscrossing the state, trying to make an impression on as many voters as possible. Skylar Henry is in Manchester with a look at where the race stands.
It's a tight race between Senator Bernie Sanders and Pete Buttigieg in New Hampshire, according to the CBS News Battleground Tracker poll.
So if we win here tomorrow, I think we got a path to victory for the Democratic nomination.
Buttigieg is questioning how Sanders would pay for his signature Medicare for All health care plan.
About half of it is unaccounted for, and there's no explanation for where the other $25 trillion is supposed to come from.
Senator Amy Klobuchar could have a strong third-place showing. Two different daily tracking polls showed the Minnesota senator overtaking Senator Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden following Friday night's debate. Patty and Mike Angiulo are independents who plan to vote in New Hampshire's Democratic primary. They're undecided but leaning toward Klobuchar.
I like that she is more moderate. I'm thinking of looking for someone that can bring the country together more.
I'm Joe. It's good to see you.
I know you're Joe.
Former Vice President Joe Biden tells CBS News he's not concerned about his slow start, and he's looking forward to upcoming primary contests in states where voters are more diverse. Warren, who placed third in Iowa, is working to convince voters she has a viable path to the nomination.
What's your plan today? Go everywhere.
The energy of the First in the Nation primary isn't lost on President Trump, who scheduled a rally here in Manchester tonight. His supporters lined up as early as 8 this morning, and as you can see, thousands of people are waiting to get inside.
It was a smart political move. He came because he knows that the primary is tomorrow, and so he figured, hey, why not get as much support as I can?
Candidate Trump lost New Hampshire in 2016 by fewer than 3,000 votes, and his campaign believes it can flip the state in November. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Manchester, New Hampshire.
The first votes in the primary will be cast at midnight tonight when the people of Dixville Notch, New Hampshire, cast their ballots.
The Trump administration's $4.8 trillion budget proposal for next year has landed on Capitol Hill, reflecting the president's priorities if he is elected to a second term. President Trump touted his budget plan at a White House business event with state governors. The proposal calls for increased spending on defense, the border wall, and infrastructure. It cuts non-defense discretionary funding by 5% and makes changes to safety net programs such as work requirements for Medicaid and food stamps. The budget also slashes foreign aid by 21% and funding to the Environmental Protection Agency by 26%.
We're putting out a plan today that over a period of not that long a period of time brings our budget and our deficit down to what it should be, which is close to zero.
The president's budget is expected to be dead on arrival in the Democratic-controlled House. The Democratic House Budget Committee Chair John Yarmuth issued a statement calling the budget destructive and irrational.
Well, still to come tonight at 4, our film critic Will Loper is here.
We'll find out what he thinks of the new movie Birds of Prey, and he also has some post-Oscar night thoughts. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome to the all-new Dwellings. Don't miss our new Fitchburg showroom grand opening now through March 31st.
Vision. See more life.
As a business owner, I have a lot of stress in my life. I find that a massage from Needed Relief really helps calm my mind.
Needed Relief Day Spa and Wellness is more than a place where you can come to relax and be pampered. It's a place where you can revitalize your life. Revitalize those around you and give the gift of wellness with a Needed Relief gift certificate, available online.
That's exactly what I needed.
My psoriatic arthritis pain, I had enough. It's not getting in my way.
Joint pain, swelling, tenderness, much better.
My psoriasis, clearer. Cosentix works on all of this.
4 years and counting.
So watch out.
I got this.
Watch me.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis are feeling real relief with Cosentix. Cosentix is a different kind of targeted biologic. It treats the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis to help you look and feel better. It even helps stop further joint damage. Don't use it if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
I just look and feel better.
I got real relief with Cosentix.
Watch me.
Feel real relief. Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
Go in the snow plus MPG, your Subaru Ascent from Don Miller. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and 27 MPG highway, the Ascent will get you through in great shape. It's the roomiest Subaru ever. The Ascent has third-row seating and space for 7 or 8 passengers. The 2020 Ascent Premium. Lease from only $319 a month, 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, $19.99 due on signing. No security deposit. Don Miller Subaru, west on Odana or east side, High Crossing Boulevard, Madison.
Don Miller.
Dwellings, Madison's best kept $150 secret. Visit our new Fitchburg showroom grand opening now through March 31st.
Well, the owner of Popeye's Chicken says its new chicken sandwich sent sales through the roof in the fourth quarter. Restaurant Brands International reported sales at all Popeyes jumped about 42% to $1.3 billion in the last quarter, compared to the same quarter a year ago. The biggest sales driver was its new chicken sandwich, which caused a splash when it launched last summer. I guess social media had a lot to do with that. Well, it was one of the biggest hacks in U.S. history, and now the Justice Department says spies from the Chinese government were behind it.
Nearly 145 million Americans had their personal information stolen in the massive 2017 hack of credit monitoring service Equifax. The Justice Department says operatives working for China's People's Liberation Army are responsible and announced 4 indictments this morning. The indictment says in a single breach, the PLA obtained sensitive, personally identifiable information for nearly half of all American citizens.
This includes your name, your phone number, your driver's license number, your social security number, your date of birth.
The government says there's no evidence China has used Americans' personal information, but that may be difficult to detect. China isn't handing over the accused hackers, and the Justice Department admits there's little chance the 4 men will ever be arrested. Well, newborns in the U.S. don't weigh what they used to.
Research published last month from the University of Colorado at Boulder shows the average birth weight of babies from 1990 to 2013 went down more than 2 ounces. Researchers attributed the drop in birth weight to shorter pregnancies due to more women scheduling to be induced or to have a C-section. The percentage of births by C-section grew 25% in 1990 to 31% in 2013, and inductions grew from 12% to 29%. Despite the lower birth weight, the average baby today is still well above the weight considered to be low or at risk for health problems. British Airways now has bragging rights for the fastest subsonic flight between New York. Subsonic, is that right? Or supersonic? Subsonic, between New York and London.
The Boeing 747 carrier reached a top speed of more than 800 miles per hour. The flight in question was from Saturday into Sunday and got to its destination in just under 5 hours. According to Flight Radar 24, the average time for a trip from New York to London is about 6 hours and 13 minutes. Experts say heavy winds from a storm helped the plane go even faster than it usually would have. On Wall Street, Boeing stock rose, and that brought the rest of the market along for a ride. The Dow Industrials gained 174 points, closing at 29,276. The NASDAQ added 107, and the S&P 500 was up 24.
Just robbed him. You betrayed him. You killed his BFF.
What? You are so cool.
You never. And you're dumb enough to be building a case against him. So, unless we all want to die very unpleasant death, we're gonna have to work together.
Sure.
That was a clip from Birds of Prey, one of the newest movies to hit theaters.
Is the film worth seeing? Here to let us know what he thinks is our film critic, Will Loper. Hi, Will.
Hi, guys. All right, so stick with me here. This movie's like chugging some Skittles with some Red Bull and then jumping in a pool of glitter and cotton candy. And no, I mean that in the best way possible. I really did like this movie. So Margot Robbie, she's back as Harley Quinn, creating mayhem in Gotham as she gets over her recent breakup with the Joker. Along the way, she meets other women who are all connected to bad guy Roman Sionis, Lewis, played by Ewan McGregor, who chews up every piece of scenery he can put his teeth on. Now, everyone's after a diamond, but what's more important is seeing this movie just have fun with itself, with all the women teaming up and kicking butt. This is a superhero movie that doesn't take itself seriously and tells a story from a female perspective we don't get very often in these kinds of movies. It's important to note that it was both written and directed by women, and yeah, it's just a great blast, fun time at the movies.
I'm trying to wrap my head around the whole plot here.
The plot isn't really important. Okay. I mean, everyone's looking for this diamond, but it's a MacGuffin. It's not really what's important. It's just seeing Harley Quinn going around creating hijinks.
And to see women in those roles carrying the movie. That's kind of fun to see.
Yeah,
Very good. What was your rating?
This one, 3.8. Harley Quinn's out of 5. Margot Robbie, she nails it. She is this character.
Just a lot of fun.
It is.
All right, the Oscars were last night.
That's right. So, once again, there was no host. We kind of opened with a musical number by Janelle Monáe. And
that
then,
was amazing.
Yes, it was. I really liked that. It kind of combined all kinds of the movies of the year, people wearing different costumes. It was like a Halloween party at Hollywood.
But it's time to come alive. We at the Oscars Sunday night. It's time to come alive.
And then we had a monologue by Chris Rock and Steve Martin, which I kind of felt like this was sort of like what a host would normally do, and they were kind of poking fun that there was no host this year, and they kind of were hosting.
There was no host, but it was sort of like the presenters were presenting the presenters.
I know. You know, if it was meant to save time, they are not saving time.
It still one's way too long.
3.5 hours. Too long, people. Yeah, you'd have people just standing up and saying, and now to present this award is this person. You're like, why does this exist? Why is this person presenting?
A lot of music.
I think I counted at least 10 musical numbers. It was way too many. Most bizarrely of all was Eminem performing Lose Yourself from 2003.
Yeah.
He didn't even show up to the Oscars then to perform this song, so I guess, you know, 17 years later he's trying to make up for it. I'm not sure.
I think a lot of people woke up this morning like myself and said, well, now I've got to see Parasite.
Yes, absolutely. Best Picture, which is just, I think we all kind of wanted that to happen. We didn't really expect it to happen. It's the first time a foreign language film has ever won Best Picture, which is just stunning. And 1917, everyone was going in thinking that was going to win, but Parasite is an amazing movie.
Anyone Best Director?
Anyone Best Director, and I loved his speech.
When I was young and studying cinema, there was a saying that I carved deep into my heart, which is the most personal is the most creative.
그 말은 that quote was from our great Martin Scorsese. So.
And to have him be nominated and then beat Scorsese, one of his heroes, I think Boon Jong-ho, he was just so happy. It was genuine. It was heartfelt.
That was a special moment.
It was.
No surprises in the actor and actresses?
No, it was exactly what we thought. Yeah, I got him. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go see Parasite now.
Yes, you guys absolutely have to.
All right, next week.
Next week, we are back with Sonic the Hedgehog. I've been dreading this moment for many months, and it's here. Oh, gosh.
We won't see that at Oscars next year.
No, I don't think so.
All right. See you next week.
See you guys. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Don't miss the biggest night for animals in Dane County, Toto's Gala. Join Dane County Humane Society this March for an elegant evening with our 2- and 4-legged friends. Reserve your seats today at giveshelter.org.
My psoriatic arthritis pain, I had enough. It's not getting in my way.
Joint pain, swelling, tenderness, much better.
My psoriasis, clearer. Cosentix works on all of this.
4 years and counting.
So watch out.
I got this.
Watch me.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis are feeling real relief with Cosentix. Cosentix is a different kind of targeted biologic. It treats the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis to help you look and feel better. It even helps stop further joint damage. Don't use it if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
I just look and feel better.
I got real relief with Cosentix.
Watch me.
Feel real relief. Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
He's been a leader throughout the country for the past 12 years. Mr. Michael Bloomberg is here.
Leadership in action. Mayor Bloomberg and President Obama worked together in the fight for gun safety laws, to improve education, and to develop innovative ways to help teens gain the skills needed to find good jobs.
At a time when Washington is divided in old ideological battles, he shows us what can be achieved when we bring people together to seek pragmatic solutions.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh, I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you?
Smile.
Woo! Those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
Exciting things call for a drum roll, like this new offer on one of Wisconsin's favorite lotto games. It's Badger 5 Double Jackpot Days. If a jackpot is won, there's a 1 in 2 chance that it doubles. This offer is included with every Badger 5 purchase, only in February. This exciting offer from the Wisconsin Lottery is going fast.
Don't miss the biggest night for animals in Dane County, Toto's Gala. Join Dane County Humane Society this March for an elegant evening with our 2- and 4-legged friends. Reserve your seats today at giveshelter.org.
Take a look at this. Organizers at Steamboat Fireworks in Steamboat Springs, Colorado are celebrating the Guinness World Record after they launched the world's biggest firework ever. They launched a 62-inch, 2,797-pound firework. The previous record,
there it goes,
2,397-pound fireworks set off in the United Arab Emirates on December 31st, 2018. The record-setting shell was more than 7 inches thick. The mortar used to launch the shell was 26 feet long.
Waiting.
That must have been quite a
I bet it sounded
boom.
so loud.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Wait one more time.
And
I don't know, you think it'd be a little bit bigger, don't you think?
Well,
I wonder how far away this shot is.
Well, they're worried about housing and animals, and they had to take a lot of precautions before they sent that
Oh, that's so cool.
Makes sense.
Love fireworks.
A town in western Texas received nearly 8 inches of snow after not seeing a major snowfall there for several years.
It was especially exciting for 2-year-old Madeline, who got to see snow for the very first time. Take a look at this, all decked out in a frozen outfit. Madeline belts out a passionate rendition of Let It Go. Her mother wrote on Facebook, Madeline finally got some snow to do her scene. We know Elsa would be very proud. That is amazing.
That is so
She
adorable.
apparently is obsessed. At 2 years old, she's obsessed with Frozen.
She's got the hair, she's got the braid, everything. Look at her.
In the snow.
See, when the snow gets you down, that's what you got to see. Just embrace it.
Just let it go.
Just let it go. Oh, she's so cute.
Oh, that's amazing. Don't! The gloves. It's serious. It's serious.
It's serious. All right. We had some serious snow.
We had some snow. Texas kind of looked a little bit like us. Again, we had some snow coming on down, and it looks like we're actually going to have a little more snow before the week wraps on up. We're going to take a look at some accumulation totals for Wednesday night heading into Thursday, right after the break.
You wouldn't go to Stanton, would you, Fergus? You don't think that Stanton's glasses are more beautiful than mine, do you?
I am going to ask you one last time.
At Stanton Optical, get 2 pair for $59.95, plus a free eye exam.
This is the Denny's Super Slam. 2 bacon, 2 sausage, 2 eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. And now make those pancakes all you can eat for $1. That's where the duper comes in. The all-new Super Duper Slam. Just $6.99. See you at Denny's.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping many people with type 2 diabetes like James lower their blood sugar. A majority of adults who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
Here's your A1C.
Oh, my A1C is under 7.
And you may lose weight. Adults who took Ozempic lost on average up to 12 pounds.
I lost almost 12 pounds.
Oh.
Ozempic does not increase the risk of major cardiovascular events like heart attack, stroke, or death.
There's no increased risk.
Oh.
And I only have to take it once a week.
Oh. Ozempic should not be the first medicine for treating diabetes or for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping me reach my blood sugar goal.
You may pay as little as $25 per prescription. Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
Spend more time on your health, not your drive to the gym. Anytime Fitness has 40 area locations, so they're close to home and work. Get more strength training, more cardio, and more coaching at Anytime Fitness. Join by February 14th and get the month free.
They look great. They're affordable. Stanton, how do you do it? Oh, nice. Are those? Get out!
At Stanton Optical, get 2 pair for $59.95, plus a free eye exam.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, the official snow depth in Madison at the airport, 6 inches right now. With everything coming through on Sunday, we're now up to 27.7 inches for the season. Now, that does not include the snow that we got on Halloween. That would put us well over 30 inches. The season officially started December 1st. Now, usually this time of year, we average a little over 30, so we're a little behind schedule, just about 2.5 behind schedule. But compared to last year, a little bit more. With some snow coming in on Wednesday, I think we're going to get a little ahead of schedule before the end of the week. So very quiet weather for today and tomorrow. We've got sunshine tomorrow, partly sunny skies for Tuesday. Wednesday night and Thursday, we're expecting a little round of some light snow to come on through. And then for the end of the week, it is going to be very cold outside. Temperatures will be dropping during the day on Thursday, landing with some overnight lows for Friday morning well below 0. Again, mostly sunny for us this evening. We aren't expecting anything new to build in on our Doppler radar overnight. We'll have a few clouds to start off the day on Tuesday. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies for your Tuesday. And then we'll start off Wednesday staying partly cloudy. It's not till later in the afternoon that the cloud coverage really builds on in, as well as our snow chance. So this is a look ahead, a broader look at Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies, heavier snow expected to the south. Illinois and Indiana going to pick up just a little more, but the flurries will start to build on in later in the evening. So your evening commute on Wednesday might include some light snow, but the accumulation is really going to develop overnight. Snow expected overnight into early on Thursday. Your Thursday morning commute, plan on giving yourself a little extra time because that snow is still going to be coming down at that time. The snow tapers off in the morning, and then in the late afternoon, we'll see the cloud coverage pull away as well. Snowfall totals right now in that 1 to 3 inch range, so minor accumulation for most of southern Wisconsin. Lesser amounts expected for areas north and west of Madison, but we will see some higher totals for areas southeast. Again, Illinois and Indiana expected to pick up quite a bit of snow. Once we get through the snow, it gets very cold outside. Wind chills for Thursday morning will be dropping in that 5 to 10 degrees below 0 range. For Friday morning, though, the real cold settles in anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees below 0 for our wind chills, for what it actually feels like outside. So you'll need to bundle up during the day throughout the day on Friday, as wind chills are not going to climb above 0 at any point for Valentine's Day. Tonight will fall to about 10 overnight. A little cold outside, but a clearing sky or clear sky just helps our temperatures fall. Our temperatures for tomorrow will land close to 30 again, so a very seasonable day. Wednesday, we're in the mid-30s with some light snow developing at night and staying throughout the day on Thursday. Thursday, we'll hit that 16-degree mark early in the morning, and then temperatures are just going to fall during the day and overnight, landing at about 7 below for Friday morning. Friday afternoon, high temperatures will struggle to get to the mid to low teens. And then by the weekend, the temperatures rebound quite quickly. This isn't a long cold snap, but it is quite a drop for that cold snap. Alert days in the forecast for Thursday and Friday due to the cold and the snow chance that will be building on in.
That's our first below zero of the season, isn't it?
We've already had one. We had one back in January. Yes, yes. But first in a while, and we just barely dipped below zero, so dropping down to 7 or 9 below. That's a little bit of a drop.
But it's nice that it's brief. It's,
yes.
Remember last year, you know, they extended
several days or multiple times.
Right,
yeah, it's just make sure you definitely bundle up Friday morning. Give your car plenty of time, of course, to get warm before you're moving.
All right.
Good advice. All right, thanks, Dana.
Well, every year, thousands of veterans take a once-in-a-lifetime trip to our nation's capital.
Now, new technology is making sure that no one is left behind. Hillary Lane reports.
Every year, retired U.S. Navy Admiral Jim Hart leads hundreds of World War II, Korean, and Vietnam vets from Florida to Washington on a free one-day trip called Honor Flight. They visit the memorials built to honor those who served.
They came home. There wasn't a lot of fanfare. They were never really honored for what they have done.
But with many vets now in their 80s and 90s, it's difficult for some to make the trip. So Honor Flight teamed up with Hospice of St. Francis, and with the help of virtual reality, they're making sure every veteran can experience the trip, even if it's from their living room.
I'm gonna put these on.
89-year-old John Schultz, who served in the Korean War, was diagnosed with a lung disease and relies on an oxygen tank to breathe, making it impossible to fly. 360-degree 3D video of an Honor Flight trip uploaded to these goggles allows Schultz to take part without ever leaving the ground.
What was it like to put those glasses on and be transported to Washington, D.C. from your couch?
Remarkable, yeah. Yeah, the technology today is overwhelming.
Schultz's daughter, Audrey Robertson, says her father never talked about his service growing up.
It's kind of a memory that's locked away, but I could see it came out today, and that was really special.
John says the experience brought back some powerful emotions like pride and grief.
I had lost friends. I had people dying right alongside of me, you know.
It's somewhat cathartic in that it helps them get through the suffering and the pain that they're dealing with now.
Pledge allegiance to the flag.
Helping veterans like John feel like he's part of the tribute, even if it's from a distance. Hillary Lane, CBS News, Cocoa Beach, Florida.
That is a brilliant idea.
It really is.
Now, Honor Flight is a nonprofit organization. It has chapters in 45 states, transporting thousands of veterans from all over the country to Washington, D.C. every year.
It's remarkable work.
Yep.
Well, there's more to come at 4, including a preview of this week's Westminster Dog Show.
And then coming up tonight at 5, our Keely Arthur is looking into the unsolved murders in Dane County. What investigators say now. That's coming up tonight at 5.
I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place, Apple Wellness. You've heard me say that CBD is great for people who suffer with stress. Because everybody is different, at The Healthy Place we have dozens of solutions for the tension you're feeling. One of the products we recommend for stress is Adrenal Boost, a blend of adaptogenic herbs that boost your energy and lessen your stress. Our wellness consultants are trained to help you get to the root of your struggle. If you're tired of feeling stressed or just plain tired, we can help. Stop by one of our 4 Madison locations or online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
We're here at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Tom, people are loving this place.
They sure are, Jerry. Let's go see who Tina's chatting with now.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we have some beautiful ladies joining us. What are you up to tonight, girls?
Girls' night.
We're getting some drinks.
I want to win that car.
Sounds great. Are you feeling lucky? What's your favorite slot machine? Oh, to you guys.
Looks like those ladies are on a mission.
Oh, it's about to go down. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Come to the circus, the biggest show in town. Come to the circus.
See the elephants, tigers, dogs, and all the fun to be had at the Shrine Circus. Enjoy the magnificent elephants while you still can and make memories for a lifetime. Bring the family, one and all, to the Shrine Circus.
Come to the circus, the biggest show in town.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer,
but I did pick clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Piqray.
Tonight at 5, a homicide investigation is underway in Rock County after 2 women who were found with gunshot wounds die. Officials will give us the latest information at 5.
After a cold night, Tuesday will be partly sunny and seasonably cold. Wednesday will be nice, but light snow Wednesday night will bring colder weather Thursday. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, as we learn the identity of the 22-year-old man killed in downtown Madison over the weekend, no arrests have been made. Why law enforcement say tips are so important.
The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is underway in New York City, and this year there's a new breed competing.
Hillary Lane went backstage to meet some of the thousands of pooches getting ready to compete.
For Melinda Hughes and her dog Moses, it's a day of grooming and puppy love at the 144th Westminster Dog Show.
Because his coat is so big, it takes me 3 hours to dry him when I bathe him. So it's an ordeal.
They traveled to New York from Oklahoma with their eyes set on the top award, Best in Show.
This is a bucket list item for me. I've been doing this for 34 years, and this is something I've always wanted to do.
Good girl, Kira. Handlers are spending the day buffing, brushing, blowing, taking extra steps to flat iron and wrapping dozens of rubber bands, primping these prizes to perfection, making for some very pooped pooches.
Who spent more time getting ready this morning, you or Brooklyn?
The dog.
This is the second day of the 3-day show. 2,600 dogs from 49 states and 19 countries will put their skills and looks to the test.
New this year, the Azawak joins the competition, bringing the total number of breeds to 204. For some, this show is a family affair. Venus, a bomb detection dog, is hard at work, keeping everyone at the show safe. Last year, her mom won Best in Breed at Westminster, and this year, her sister is competing.
It's nice that she's protecting them as well as everybody else. It's what she does, it's what she enjoys, and she's very good at what she does.
Westminster is the second oldest sporting event in the country. Only the Kentucky Derby is older. As they say, every dog has its day, but only one can be the top dog Tuesday night when the Best of Show trophy is awarded. Hillary Lane, CBS News, New York.
And today, the Best of Group winners will be awarded.
Oh, those poodles kill me. The 7 will go on to compete in tomorrow night's final at Madison Square Garden.
I love watching that.
I do too, and I love hearing the descriptions of all the breeds. Right. That's my favorite part.
Well, it's time to get your medical questions answered at 270-9933.
Dr. Zorba Pastor is standing by at his office in Oregon. Hi, Zorba. What are we talking about today?
Hi, guys. We're going to talk about an update on coronavirus.
The Color Purple is the Tony Award winner for Best Musical Revival, a glory to behold. Experience what people are calling one of the greatest revivals ever. The Color Purple.
At Overture Center, February 18th through 23rd. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
We are the Thrivers. Women with metastatic breast cancer. Standing in the struggle. Hustling through the hurt. Asking for science, not sorries. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant or a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor. Kisqali is the only treatment in its class with proven overall survival results in 2 clinical trials, helping women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali was also significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious liver problems and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. It's our time to continue to shine because we are the Thrivers. Ask your doctor about Kisqali, the only treatment in its class proven to help women live longer in 2 clinical trials.
A group of voters in New Hampshire decided to clear their heads of all the campaign rallies and political ads leading up to tomorrow's primary. They headed out into the woods for some snowshoe yoga and forest bathing. A school teacher came up with the concept of combining yoga and snowshoes as a way to get outdoors in winter. The idea caught on, and now she teaches regular classes in the woods of an environmental education center.
Oh, I would love to try that.
Good idea.
That is a great idea.
Well, it's time to get your medical questions answered live. Dr. Zorba Pastor is standing by at his office in Oregon. The number to call 270-9933. Hi, Zorba.
Hi, guys.
You want to talk about the coronavirus a little bit?
I do. So when we talk about the coronavirus, before that, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is influenza. So 2 years ago, influenza killed 60 to 70,000 people in the U.S. And that's the really important thing before we do corona, because the risk of influenza is far greater than the risk of coronavirus. So if you haven't gotten your flu shot, get it. It reduces the risk that you'll die or be hospitalized with influenza by 60 to 70%. So it's a pretty good shot, not 100%, but hey, that's really important. Now, coronavirus. I just got off the airplane from Colorado and I saw people with masks. Masks are pretty useless. Why? Because you breathe around the outside of the mask. Unless you have a perfectly fitted N95 mask, which is a special mask, it's really not going to protect you. But the thing that tends to protect you is this, hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer makes a huge difference in whether or not you're actually going to get a viral infection, because what happens is we touch our nose, we touch our face, touch other people. That's really your best protection. So get a portable hand sanitizer, use it on your hands all the time. That's your protection. And right now, pay attention to what's going on. As you know, in Wisconsin, we've got known cases of coronavirus, but it appears that the people are they're in their houses, they're not going outside, they're self-quarantining, and that's really the way to keep this under control. The real issue is in China and not in Wisconsin.
All right, let's get to the calls. We'll start with Dorn in Baraboo. Hi, what's your question?
Yes, per doctor's orders, I'm detoxing off of duloxetine. And I want to know how long these side effects, like my dizziness, my unstableness, is going to last. I'm taking two 30 milligrams in the morning and 2 30 milligrams at night. So I'm taking 120 milligrams a day. So, doctor, I want to know how long these side effects will affect me.
Well, Well, first of all, when you duloxetine is a very good antidepressant that's used in chronic pain. You're on the maximum dose, which is 60 milligrams twice daily. That's a hefty dose. That's not a small dose. So what you want to follow is a good method of decreasing the duloxetine. And generally, that would mean cutting it from 60 milligrams twice a day. The next week, you would take 60 in the morning, we'll say 30 in the evening. The next week, you would take 30 in the morning, 30 in the evening. And the next week, you may take 30 daily. But you've got to talk to your pharmacist, you've got to talk to your doctor, and determine exactly how slowly you have to get off the medication. It's a very good medication, so don't just take my advice there. Talk to your doctor and your pharmacist. But generally, it takes about a month to get off the medication completely. And once again, you're on a high dose, and that's one of the reasons you most likely have side effects.
All right, don't do it on your own.
All right, let's go to Kathy in Janesville. Hi, Kathy. What's your question?
Yes, I was wondering. I had the influenza last week, and I'm off of medicine now, but I still got this, like, cough. And I was wondering if I can get the flu shot, because I haven't had it in 70 years. I've been avoiding it, but I was so sick this year. I'm wanting to get it, and I want to know if I can get it or if I've got to wait till that cough is gone.
Did you have influenza proven by a test, or did you just have the symptoms of influenza, which usually is a pretty good moniker?
I went to urgent care, and they said I had the influenza.
Sure. After you get better, I would get the influenza shot if it were me. Why? You may have immunity. You probably do have immunity from it. The shot isn't going to hurt you. If you got it, you're going to protect yourself in case you get it again. Can you get it again? Absolutely. How likely is it? I don't really know how likely it is with this particular strain, but the answer is yes. I would definitely get the flu shot after you feel better. And remember, next year, in September, in October, get the flu shot and give it every year for the rest of your life. That's important. Influenza kills.
Does that drug you could take when you first get the flu, does that help at all? The one that cuts, was it Thermoflu?
Well,
Tamiflu.
It helps with the symptoms. Tamiflu helps with the symptoms, helps decrease a number of the symptoms, makes you feel better, doesn't really cure it, but it definitely helps you get better. We also use it prophylactically in households so that other people that you're around in your household are not going to get it. In nursing homes, for instance, I'm medical director in Oregon Manor in Oregon. If one person comes down with influenza, we treat everyone in Oregon Manor because the prophylaxis with Tamiflu is really quite effective.
All right. Let's go to Ron in Merrimack. Hi, Ron.
Hello.
Hi, what's your question?
The question is, I have a problem with my prostate, and I've been given pills from my doctor that aren't really helping. And I see advertised super prostate pills that are advertised on TV that you can buy at the local drugstore. And it was supposed by a Harvard doctor that
sure.
That was
so first of all, let me talk about advertising. A Harvard doctor. Who knows who that is? And they're telling you a Harvard doctor recommends it. It's over the counter. Save your money. Generally, those medicines do not work. Talk to your doctor. There are a variety of medications for your prostate, and if not, consider a surgical procedure if you're still having symptoms. But if it's done by, quote, a Harvard doctor, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, infomercials, probably not. All right, Zorba, thank you.
You bet.
Thank you, everyone, for calling in. We'll do this again soon, and we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
You know who really loves fresh food? Amateur chefs, stay-at-home parents, salad lovers, barbecuers, smorgasborders, hors d'oeuvres, fondue-ers, and flambéers, midnight snackers, brown baggers, bakers, and throw it in the microwavers. At Pick and Save, you can get all the fresh you want at a great price with same-day pickup and delivery. Because we believe in fresh for everyone.
Surgenian's 90-year history means you pay $90 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad, your furniture moved, and your old carpet recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
Anyone hear the slogan? Mike will get it done? Okay, let me tell you what it is. As mayor, I expanded health care coverage. As president, I'll build on Obamacare because health care is a right. I created nearly 500,000 jobs in New York City. As president, I'll build an economy that delivers good jobs with higher wages. I'll take on the gun lobby and save lives. And I will stop Trump's assault on women's reproductive rights. I've got a record of doing things. I've got the resources to take on this fight. As mayor, I held myself accountable for results. As president, I'll offer common sense plans, and I will get it done. So let's stay on the offensive and let's win. I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Insomnia is more than just a bad night's sleep.
It can actually contribute to serious health problems.
But which treatments are effective and safe? Experts share surprising facts you need to know. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Coming up Tuesday morning, I've got the latest on the next snowstorm that may be headed our way later on this week.
And on 211, local officials are hoping to bring more awareness to some of the important services you can access with 3 simple numbers. We'll see you at 4:30.
Sun's still out?
The sun's still out. Tonight's nice. Tomorrow's going to be pretty decent, seasonably cold as we head into Tuesday. A little bit of snow creeping in for Wednesday night and for Thursday. That'll be a nice fresh layer on top of what we already have, about 1 to 3 inches. And then for the end of the week, much colder outside. Falling temperatures during the day on Thursday and very, very cold outside for Friday.
It's February.
It is.
We'll be right back.